Well, the time has come to take this heifer and really break the bond with her mother. She's been kind of acting out as teenagers are wont to do, and she's been a little wild. But I decided what I'm going to do is put her in the corral for about a week with escape artist sheep as her only friend, and she and I are going to get to know each other. She's got to stop being so... She just is a little flighty, which I don't want in my animals. So she was a lot more aggressive early on. It's kind of reminiscent of when we brought that steer in. And we're just doing some halter training. It's an excellent method to kind of tame up these animals that don't get handled too much. So I got a halter on her. Right now she's just in the head gate so she can get used to my hands being on her. I'm itching her here. And we go behind her because she's got a major fear of stuff behind her. We get up behind her and scratch her butt. And she just... See, look, this is kind of one area we got to get going. So we just scratch her right on the tail head. Let her know that nothing's going to hurt her. And then over the course of the next week or so, we'll graduate to brushing and leading her on the halter just a little bit. And that's going to be kind of the end goal. Is Anne loves this animal, and so she's bound and determined to keep her. If I know you don't like it, we're bound and determined to keep her if we can. But if she won't calm down a bit, then we're not going to keep her. We have a lot of kids, and frankly, we don't need animals that are high-headed. So this is just work to be done. She is still just a calf, which makes her a little jumpier than a normal cow. And her sire and her, which is my old bull, he was as tame as a dog, and her mother is very tame, so I have high hopes for her. But I got to start putting the work in to bring her back around. So just lots of handling right now and doing it a couple times a day, and we'll see how far we progress. Well, reason number 592 why I don't lamb in April. What a joke. I'm so sick of snow. It's going to snow all day today, too. It's going to hover right at 32 degrees and just be pissing snow all day. Oh well, let's go. Well, I was going to work on that heifer calf a little more and halter training her, but a couple things. One is it's plain awful out here. You can see Bob looks like a drowned rat compared to his normal majestic and fluffy self. Here, I'll zoom in. But he's doing a good job. And two, my cow, her mother, is a little anxious today, and I think that's primarily because they're finally breaking bond. She's standing right over there, and there's the calf, and they're kind of yowling at each other. The calf's starting to eat, but the mother hasn't come up to eat with all the sheep and the other cattle. So either way, this is one of those days. We get these freak snowstorms all the way to May sometimes, but as unpleasant as it is, I remain grateful that I managed my rams properly. And sorry, there's a goose behind me that's giving me the stink eye, and I don't want him to. He's gonna grab my leg and twist on it if I don't keep an eye on him. And but anyhow, see, she's not happy, but we're gonna figure it out. Anyway, I just I'm glad I'm not lambing right now. What a nasty day. And the coffee's thin today too. We don't even have good coffee. Oh well, back to work. Let's get after it. Yeah, you're not happy to be separated from your daughter. Boy, did it turn into a mucky mess here today. She's actually taming up pretty nice. We're going to come in here and just say hi to her real quick. I want to continue to have her get used to my just being around her. Hang on a second, I gotta chain the gate. A9. It's okay. She's doing good. We're just holding the rope at about 4 foot away, which is about 6 feet closer than I was able to yesterday. So we're making progress. And we're just making sure they have plenty to eat. But this is a good thing I'm doing here. The longer I do it, the more I'm convinced these two needed to be separated and weaned apart. So I think a week of this, and I'll use that week to tame her up. To the point where I can handle her and move her around just like her mom. And we'll put them all back together. That'll help her dry off too. She doesn't have much of a bag, but I really want to make sure that that bond is, you know, broken as best I can. So let's see if we can get a little closer. Just, it's so mucky out. I'm using Anne's garden gloves because all my other gloves are wet. So now we're on about 2 foot of rope. Yeah, it's okay. See, she stopped really fighting this rope as much. She realized that even though she is stronger than me and stronger than the rope, because I tied her to the head gate for a couple hours yesterday, she's really stopped pulling on it as much. It's really good. And she's going to make a liar out of me now. But we're just going to keep, you know, it's kind of like exposure therapy. We're going to get her used to me. And we'll see what she does here. Look at that. This is a calf who, if I was here, she would be on the other side of the corral, like not 2 days ago. So if you just got to do the work, and it's amazing they get used to you. Anyway, it's cold and miserable, and it was 85, almost 90 degrees last week, and now it's